In the late 1960s, Hersey and Blanchard published the situational leadership theory. Years later, they split and sued each other for the right to use this model. The one shown here is Blanchard's version. Unlike Fiedler's contingency approach, this theory says leaders should adapt their behaviors to match followers' development needs. The first step is to assess a follower's current state, including their level of job maturity, which is their competence and ability to do the job, and their level of psychological maturity, which is their motivation and commitment to the role. As you can see here, there are 4 levels of development needs. D1 followers have low competence but high motivation. D2 followers have some competence but low motivation. D3 followers have moderate competence and moderate motivation. And D4 followers are highly competent and highly motivated. The next step is to identify the corresponding leadership style that's most appropriate for this follower, using the model. The first option is directing, high levels of task behaviors but low levels of relationship behaviors. It's best for D1 followers, who need high levels of structure because they lack the competence to do the job. But they don't need high levels of support because they're already highly motivated. Imagine you're leading a team of new employees. They probably won't have all the knowledge and skills they need to succeed, but they're excited to learn and do their best. The directive approach would meet their needs. The coaching style uses high levels of both task and relationship behaviors. It's most appropriate for D2 followers who have some competence but whose motivation has waned. The researchers found this to be the case with their sample of participants, but it's also one of the theory's main criticisms. The supporting style uses low levels of task behaviors but high levels of relationship behaviors. This is best for D3 followers who are competent and don't need as much structure, but aren't yet fully motivated and still need support from the leader. The entrusting style uses low levels of both task and relationship behaviors. It's best for D4 followers who are highly competent and highly motivated. For instance, employees with decades of experience at the company probably don't need additional structure or support from the leader. Note that Blake and Mouton's managerial grid assumes these leaders are ineffective and labels them as impoverished. This theory supports the notion that leaders adapt their style to the situation. It's thought to be a practical, straightforward approach that's easily applied in many settings. As a result, this theory has been used by many organizations to train their leaders. However, there's a lack of empirical support for its basic tenets. For instance, why are D2 followers said to have less motivation than D1 followers? It's also unclear whether this approach can be used in group settings, or only with individuals, as suggested by its developers.